Hello. No, I'm not. The machines haven't got me. I'm here. How are we doing? Just make sure I'm not blurting out double sound. Try and find my other video on here. How you doing, everybody? I'll be weird properly in a second. I'm just trying to set up. Here we go. So, how is everybody? I hope you're all good. Bit of drama this week, have we had, or what? Hello, Patriotry. Shaky Channel Reviews, how you doing? Animation 88, you've made it to a live stream. Nice one. Wolfart 13, how you doing? I just, before we even start, just want to say thank you for people that have commented, but you know, about the latest Tim Miller stuff and put their opinion across, but been civil in doing it. Respect, you know, we can all conversate and have different points of view without being arseholes to each other, so respect for that. So anyway, yeah, I'll say hello to everybody. I never know what time to come on, you see, so I try and come on when everyone's about, so yes. So anyway, let's say hello to some of you guys. I haven't been on for a while, have I? So Shaky Channel Reviews, how you doing, mate? Patriotry, as always, glad to have you here. Wolfheart 13, how you doing, mate? Lee Parker, respect. Who we got? James Handley. How you doing, mate? I'll start going into questions shortly. Carmelo, how you doing as always, mate? Australia, what time we at? Zohanovic, all good, mate? Hope you're all good. As you can see, the background's where I normally have my green screen. Julian Lafort, how you doing, mate? We'll get into the questions in a minute. I'm just saying hello to everybody. You know, I like to say hello to everybody. And like I say, if you didn't hear me a second ago, thank you for everyone that's commented about Tim Miller, but been civil doing it. You know, we can all discuss stuff and have different points of view and still stay civil. You know, there's no need to be aggressive or, you know, abusive. I just do not understand people being personally abusive to others on you know, I don't get it. So respect to everyone. So how you doing, A Chapper, is it? Avinda A Chapper, how you doing, mate? The one. Hey buddy, I'm the one. No, I'm joking. Yeah. How you doing, mate? Nabil Hamid, how you doing, mate? France. Yes, so where are we all at? Let me know where you are, and then we'll get into the nitty gritty of the shit. It's been one of them weeks, I think, with the Variety interview and all stuff like that. It burns my head out sometimes, I tell you. Jesus, honestly. And a lot of people say, how do you stay so positive about the film? It looks, you know, because I want to be that positive light. And as much as there has been negative light towards Dark Fate, it's not all negative. It's just they haven't done very well in the producing the what's it called, the promotion, shall we say. So yeah, Godito, hello. Is it Gifu? Godito, how you doing, mate? Dario Frigeri, hello. Right, here we go then. So Lee Parker's saying, too much negativity about Miller. I just think it will be a decent film. The reshoots, do we all think it's a good thing to reshoot scenes or a bad sign? I think the reshoots I think even I reported on them wrongly as well, and I think the reshoots were a month ago, so it's not too much of a bad sign, but it's always a positive. And with films, especially today, they tweak things here and there anyway, especially with all this CGI and stuff like that. So it's one of them. But with the Tim Miller news, like I say, if you read what he said and took it in a negative light, then fair play. That's how you took it. Me personally, I read it and I just thought, okay, fair play. He's had a go at the people, because you can't deny that a lot of people have been abusive towards Mackenzie Davis as a human being and the Grace character and stuff like that. So I think he had a pop. That's my thoughts on it. I think he had a pop in that manner. But if you take it in a different light to the way I take it, and that's fair enough. That is fair enough. Like I've said a second ago, we can all debate about stuff without being abusive and aggressive and nasty about it. I mean, Tim Miller, he swears a lot anyway. Have you noticed every interview he does, he's a big swearer, so... But I'm not making excuses for the bloke. All I'm saying is I wasn't offended by what he said. So, just reading questions. Sorry, I'm going to stop wobbling the camera, and I'll read questions. I'm going to read the questions from down here on my other device. So, is there going to be any scenes shot in LA for like T2? Not likely, I don't think. One second, I'm just trying to configure my device now. It's all fucking messed up. So, Nabil Hamid, this music is going to be a joke. I can just see it from the first trailer. The first impressions are last impressions. Admittedly, the first impressions didn't do too well. Like we've all said, the first trailer, admittedly, because this is another thing. People think I don't see what you guys, or the people that have seen it in a negative light, see it. I do see it in a negative light. I do see what everyone else has seen. I just choose not to be negative about the movie. I just choose not to tear it down. I don't believe I'm going to help a franchise that I love by tearing it to pieces every opportunity that I get. I mean, I'm invested in the franchise as well, so it's in my interest to be positive about it. But like, someone made me laugh yesterday when it says, I knew you'd find something positive about that Tim Miller interview, and I thought, yeah, fair play, yeah, you're right. But I just didn't see it in a bad way. I read the interview and I thought, fair play. I honestly thought, fair play on the bloke. He's had a stab at the people that have been horrible, really. I mean, how many of you personally were offended by what Tim Miller said? Did it really offend you? Because it didn't me. Honestly, that's what I was trying to get across. It didn't offend me. I didn't see... All I saw was a director trying to defend a movie that he's making, defend a human being, another person. I don't believe in tearing people down and being nasty like that. I don't get it. I just... bullying and all stuff like that, I'm just not on that page. It doesn't... Yeah, I don't see why. I don't gain any purpose by upsetting other people. So when Tim Miller's jumping to someone's defence, I thought, fair play. But I do also get... Hello, Uber YouTuber. How you doing, mate? I also do get... Well, I understand why people were like, oh, yeah, Tim's really done it for me now. I'm not interested no more. He's pissed me off, and I get it. People keep saying that I've been on about Mr. H. Not even watched his video. I don't even entertain him. Honestly, don't. I do not entertain him. So it's nothing to do with Mr. H or what he said, because I swear on my children, I do not know what he said because I don't watch him. I choose not to. I mean, how can he say he wants to see the movie do well if every time he puts a video up he tears it a new arsehole? Yeah. RF, how you doing, mate? Sorry, just reading your questions. And don't get me wrong, I'm not slagging off Mr. H. I've got nothing against the bloke. He does what he does. I do what I do. I just choose not to watch his videos especially when it's about Terminator stuff. I just choose not to watch his videos. But Mr. H is entitled to his opinion, like I am entitled to my opinion, like you guys are entitled to your opinion. But the internet is definitely divided about this movie. Wow. The One. Do you think the song in the teaser trailer sucked? That's what put me off. That was the main thing that put me off. Like I say, everyone knows I wasn't impressed with the gravity. Everyone wasn't impressed with the gravity, but that music put me off big time. One, it doesn't help that I love hip hop, but two, it just didn't fit the narrative of the film, even though it was saying I'm a hunter and all stuff like that. Even if they explained at the beginning that Linda Hamilton, Sarah Connor was a hunter, it still didn't fit the trailer. So, yeah, whoever's idea that was, I do not know. Hello, Anton Robbie. Hello, Ryan Singh. Wubba lubba dub dub. How you doing? Russ Hotwood. How you doing, mate? 86. Yeah. So, like I say, I've got nothing against Mr. H or his channel or like that. I just don't choose to watch his videos. So, whatever he said about Tim Miller and stuff like that, I honestly don't know. But I know this is me being honest now. At Comic-Con, the second trailer is going to make or break the film. That will decide it then, I think. You know, if we get a bad trailer where I honestly firmly believe the movie's going to be good. I do. I think it's going to be great. I honestly feel it's going to be great. There's people that apparently have seen the leaks, and if we're going off the people that have seen the leaks, they're saying the movie's good. It's just the trailers sucked the life out of it, and then negativity as well. And negativity is very contagious. It's so easy to be negative. I honestly, it's hard work being negative. I honestly believe it's hard work being negative, but some people find it easy to jump on the negative bandwagon. That's up to them. But people, even I won't be able to salvage the film if they don't deliver a proper trailer on the 18th. If they bugger it up on the 18th, even I'm not going to be able to go and try and pull out of it. I'll probably give up. No, I'm joking, but you know what I mean. All I ask of people anyway is just give the movie a chance on the 18th. Watch the trailer, flip everyone around. Uber YouTuber. To connect the three movies, surely you need the same theme and composer. It's fucking crazy. It's going to feel like a separate series. Yeah, agreed. The Why they haven't paid Brad Fiddell to get stuck into this, I do not know. They might have yet. They might have decided not to reveal who Brad Fiddell's theme until you actually get to the cinema, which would be a stupid idea. But as for bringing Brad Fiddell in, I doubt very much. But using a version of the theme, I think Junkie XL, yeah, they would have got the rights to it, surely, with James Cameron. And James Cameron might have been able to give Brad Fiddell a call and said, look, yeah, again, it's all about production. And Paramount being greedy and all stuff like that. It's, if anyone's sucking out the life out of this movie, it's Paramount. Stefan Olsen, love Terminator, sitting at a party, drunk as fuck, all the haters can go fuck themselves. Love your work. Love from Denmark. Hope you have a good party. Stay safe. Yeah, I think the trailer will save it on the 18th. We'll get saved by the trailer. I am not worried about the 18th at all. I am optimistic. And it's what negative energies or whatever we've had negative about the trailer so far, as it's got a lot of momentum to it, hasn't it? So these people, even though they're hating, they're interested. And if they're interested, they're looking. And if they're looking, they're going to see the new trailer. And then when they see the new trailer, it'll blow us out the water. I'll eat my hat if it doesn't. How they'll go about it, though, I do not know. Whether they'll show action or whether they'll show story or plot, I don't know. But hopefully they'll show how deep this story can go, and hopefully they've stopped this Rev 9 bouncing around. Gravasta 01, there's no saving it. They can't reshoot the whole film. We don't know the whole film's crap, though, do we? We've seen a slither, a hair of what they tried to rush out for us. They tried to rush out as what Paramount would have done, what Skydance would have said, look, get a bit of the action out, show a bit of the new Terminator, show Sarah Connor, do this, that and the other, and they just chopped a load of it together. And oh yeah, show Grace as well. Yeah, show how she's a machine, kind of a hybrid, and they've rushed it all together. And yeah, and if anything, like the interview demonstrated, basically it's shown that Miller is watching. They're not watching me, but he'll be watching the bigger channels, and seeing how people are stressed out and how people are slagging the movie off. Everyone. What I'm hoping is that the backlash off the first trailer would have got Arnold Schwarzenegger, Tim Miller, Linda Hamilton, and all of them together, and basically they would have said, look, get this. Hopefully James Cameron would have seen it and rang up and rescued it and says, look, you need to put this out instead of this, you're doing it wrong. And hopefully he got a lot more advice from Jim Cameron of how to approach this. Lee Parker, apparently they've shot loads of the film. Apparently they have reshot a lot, so that tells me that the John thing throughout the film has been tinkered with. Possibly, maybe. It might have been reshoots to re-edit some of the CGI scenes, some of the Rev 9 some of the Grace scenes where she's bouncing around, where the Rev 9's jumping like a Marvel character, you know. But yeah, like Patriatry says, the problem is getting advice from Jim Cameron now is the movie's already been reshot, so you can't. Yeah, you can't But yet again, these reshoots were about a month or so ago. So did Jim ring and say you need to do this, you need to sort that out, and then they went back for reshoots after the advice of Jim Cameron. Yeah, again, these are all theories, all possibilities. Will they reshoot the plane sequence? The one. I doubt it very much. I hope they do, but I think the plane sequence is it's one of the major scenes in the movie, because did you remember seeing all the behind the scenes footage? The main scenes were that plane scene, and I think that's how they end up in the water with the Rev 9 and Arnold Schwarzenegger. We've theorised and slowed it down and seen what looks like the endoskeleton of the Rev 9 scrapping with Arnold Schwarzenegger's T-800. I believe that ends up in the water from the plane crash, which will end up at the big dam, which, you know... So I think reshooting the plane sequence, I don't think it will be cut out and reshot that way. I think that's one of the major scenes of the movie. But yeah, I think James Cameron would have had a say in the reshoots. But, well, yeah, it's hard work, all the negativity. But would it have been fair for Tim to have kept his mouth shut about it? You got to remember, he was asked. This is what my point was. He was asked a question and he answered as truthfully as I would answer a question. Yeah, people worried about CGI, but we've only seen the CGI that is rushed out on the first trailer. The second trailer, I don't think they would dare release a trailer without polishing up the CGI. But yeah, it's one of them. Like, I don't know if anyone saw the video, but well, if you didn't, I went to watch that new Spider-Man movie, and the Dark Fate trailer was on there, and it looked really good. It actually looked really good, and the cinema was really full, and it was like no one had seen that there was a new Terminator film out, and they were like, wow, yeah. And you could hear people going, oh, that looks really smart. So it's a split thing, you know. People are divided with this movie. A lot of people that I saw in the cinema, front, behind, beside me, either side, they were all proper into the movie. They looked like they were impressed with the trailer. I mean, I've seen it a million times, but I still thought, wow, this looks really good at the cinema. But the Artisan says the plane sequence in the trailer was not impressive. We've seen big plane set pieces, crashes in other Terminator films, plus the Dark Knight Rises, World War Z and all that. It just doesn't... Yeah, I think because we don't find big plane crash sequences believable, because we can't put ourselves in that position. And this is a thing, it's a big thing with movies, is you can watch a Marvel movie and you become detached from it, because you can't put yourself in a big explosion, buildings exploding and skyscrapers falling over. You can't put yourself in that scenario, but you can put yourself in the scenario of the movie Hostel, because you can imagine yourself being hurt and injured, with your finger being cut off in something like that. And that's why I wasn't too impressed when I saw the big plane sequence in Dark Fate's trailer, because I can't put myself in that situation. I'd rather see a shootout in the street than I would see a plane crashing into another plane. Definitely. But I'm still excited for the movie. I still look forward to the movie. What Tim Miller said in the interviews didn't affect my view on the movie at all. James Handley, Salvation was okay, interesting. I saw that in the theatre. I saw Terminator Salvation in the theatre. What is it? 10 years ago now. Yeah, 10 years ago last month on June the 9th. I saw it. And I enjoyed it in the cinema. I thought it was really good. And then I re-watched it on Blu-ray or DVD or whatever it was, and then wasn't so impressed. So the cinema, the big screen, can do a big thing. So a few people are saying they don't get the Legion thing. That's one thing that actually makes quite a lot of sense to me, is if Skynet, or if the future war, if Judgment Day has been moved forward, technology is advancing more each time the can gets moved forward, as Jim Cameron says. So every time the future war is delayed, Judgment Day is delayed, technology becomes more advanced. And the more advanced something gets, that's through... Every time something gets more advanced, it's more than likely going to be a different person that created that next advancement, which means each advancement is going to get a different name, and that's how it is. That's how I see it, anyway. If that makes sense, you know, the more advanced life gets with Judgment Day moving on, different people have made these advancements. So Skynet naturally would become a different name, Legion. If it is Legion, this is going off the rumours that it's all, you know. And just because Skynet's name has changed doesn't mean it's not the same kind of thing, which, you know, so if people are worried that we're not getting Skynet, we kind of still are getting Skynet, we just got a different name, that's all. It's still capable of the same thing. And yeah, it's still Skynet, yeah. Yeah, names of things like the Rev 9, like RF says here, the Rev 9 kind of does suggest Legion is the real thing, though. And it kind of does, yeah. I agree with you. Terminator T800, hi mate, how you doing? Bike Builder Bear, how you doing, mate? Just reading questions. Lee Parker, you can tell Tim Miller is irritated and worried of a flop, regardless of him saying that he didn't give a fuck. He hid behind the gender thing, though, even though his biggest fears are it being a general flop. I don't blame him. Would you blame him? You know, it's one of them, isn't it? You know, he's seeing all this negativity. It's proven that he's seeing all the negativity online. So he's a human being. Yet again, it's one of them. He's going to be thinking, shit, what have I got myself into? This movie's gonna bum, because negativity is contagious. Yet again, big YouTube channels, as soon as they get a whiff of negativity, they jump in. And someone said it brilliantly in one of my comments. Some of these big channels, they're not invested in this movie. All they care about is the next thing that's in the news, which was Tim Miller has told everyone to fuck off or whatever they were saying. You know what I mean? Tim Miller has called everyone a misogynist. No, he never. Tim Miller has said this, that, and the other. You know, and so they're not invested in the Terminator movie. They're invested in getting views. So yet again, the negative shit hits the fan, and then you've been fed that negative line before you go and read the interview that you've just watched a video about, and then you're reading it in a negative light because you've seen a negative video. I didn't see a video before I saw that Tim Miller interview, so I watched it fresh, and I just thought, oh, yeah, he's having a bit of a pop here. Fair play to him, you know. Yeah, he's told people that you got to admit he didn't aim it at people that have not said anything nasty. He aimed it at people that have rarely been abusive towards Mackenzie Davis as a human being. So fair play to the bloke. But if you see it totally opposite to me, then fair play to you. That's how you see it. But I see it different. I don't see Tim Miller as being a dick about it at all. I see a worried man about his franchise, not his franchise, but his movie that he's directed. Yeah, I think he let the cracks show a bit, because I'd be concerned. Look, reading all the negativity that's going about and the way people are slagging the movie off, I'd be concerned as a director. But all I see is a bloke that was asked a question, he answered the question, he was honest, he didn't bull. People would soon would have jumped on it as well, wouldn't there, if he says, oh wait, yeah, people would have jumped on it if they thought he was lying, you know. Oh fucking hell, tiptoed around that question a bit, you know. He was asked a specific question, and he called the people that are slagging another human being off, you know. Fair play. Hello, man. How you doing, mate? Glad to have you on board. Yeah, that's the word. Yeah, the clickbait YouTubers. Yeah, they don't care. They don't care about this movie. All they care about is getting people to watch their videos. Don't care about the damage that they're doing towards this movie. They haven't given the movie a chance. I'm trying to be as fair as humanly possible to the movie. Give it a chance. I mean, even like I've said earlier, you know, if the next trailer is a load of garbage, then we obviously know that we're in over our heads, aren't we? Then we obviously know we're getting a crap movie. But we got one trailer that was rushed out because we were whinging, and it backfired. Yeah, I enjoyed half of it, but you know, even I had my issues with it, and that's me being honest. I've been as positive as I possibly can be, but I see no benefit from slagging the movie off. It's what. So if I put a video up clickbait and I get an extra couple of thousand views, it's not helping the franchise I love, is it? That's not what I'm after. I want genuine fans on my site so I can discuss, talk, do videos, and have fun and a laugh with about the franchise that I love. Not clickbait, and then as soon as I get you on board, slag the movie off. I've tried my. You could scroll back through all my library of videos, and I honestly try my best not to clickbait. If you click on one of my videos, it is what it is. You know, call me out if you want, but I don't think I've ever clickbaited properly. Not often anyway. I don't clickbait often if I've ever clickbaited. I mean, yes, I do want Terminator fans to jump in and join me on my channel, but I don't care about trying to tear the movie down. I don't understand why a franchise that you love, you would tear it to pieces. I don't get it. Do not get it. Mr. H asked Tim Miller to contact him. I don't watch Mr. H. What's Mr. H aiming to achieve? Let's try and change the subject. Culture Cauldron. What will you be covering after the film has been released? Big Six. Well, RoboCop. I'm going to start getting into that as well. And whatever you guys suggest, really. I love the Predator franchise. I love the Aliens. I love Terminator. I love RoboCop. I love the ones you love, the franchises. I was born in 1979, but November, so I'm an 80s lad, 80s and up. So you know, stuff like that. But yeah, I'll. What, Mr. H has had interviews? I don't want to make this about Mr. H because I don't watch the bloke, but clearly a lot of you were subscribed to him, so I'm going to have a look on Mr. H's channel later and see what he's said, because I honestly don't know what he has said. Like I say, all I see is him tearing the movie to pieces, so I've got no time for him at all. He'll get over it, won't he? John Snook, yeah, the past Predator movie could have been awesome, but sadly it wasn't. It was fun to watch. I thought it was fun to watch, but yeah, I agree with you. I do agree with you. It wasn't the best, was it? A lot of you don't like Mr. H as well, so. Uber YouTuber, how you doing? God, I hope I don't get as big as Mr. H anyway, especially if it leads to hate like this. Like he gets, jeez. John Smith, Mr. H talks for 10 minutes and 6 seconds. Is that to get the advertising? It will be, won't it? Because apparently if you do 10 minutes and above in a video, you get the advertising. You can advertise at the front, middle and end. So anyone that does a video for 10 minutes and 6 seconds, that's why. Anyway, I'm not here to bash Mr. H. That is not. I've got nothing against the bloke. I just don't watch his channel. I've got no time for his channel. Like I say, I don't beg you guys, but I do beg you guys as well. As a fan, as a genuine fan, give the movie a chance. Try your bestest not to be negative in comment sections and stuff like that in other people's videos as well. Try not to spread that negativity until you've at least seen the second trailer, and then you know, well, it's up to you what you do now. But I personally, I just do not believe in spreading negativity. I don't believe in bullying or trolling people or being, you know, pure negative. I fell into the negativity trap last week arguing with someone on my channel, and you know what, it just backfired because you can't win. So I threw in the towel, I gave up, and then the bloke genuinely actually came back, deleted his stuff, and then gave me an apology. So respect. But I fell into that trap of arguing with trolls, and that is the worst thing you can do, is argue with a troll. But so that's why I don't believe in spreading negativity, because it's what the people that are spreading negativity for the purpose of spreading negativity, then, you know, yeah, that's what. I just don't get being negative. It's hard life being negative, man. Jeez. Real Mick Foles, how you doing, mate? I can see you because you're in blue. man, I don't think another trailer will please anyone. Honestly, reckon we won't know how good this film is until we get to see it now. Yeah, but we know what people are like. They'll soon turn around if it's a good trailer. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, 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 I love it," you know, and they'll jump on it and they'll forget that about the first trailer. Hopefully, anyway. Um, the internet's an easy thing to jump on bandwagons. So I've noticed a lot of people will jump on comments in comment sections, um, and not even know what the conversation is fully about. They'll just jump on the string at the end, and then your next thing, and that's this big wave of negativity. Um, Lee Parker, all of us want the film to be good and can't wait to see it, or wouldn't be here. Can't wait, me. Good, yeah. But believe me, a lot of people go onto these Terminator channels that want it to fail. Trust me, you'd be quite surprised how many people claim to be Terminator fans, and well, not claim to be Terminator fans. That was wrong. You'll be surprised how many people go onto videos and click on a Terminator video and then slag the movie off. And it's like, well, why did you click on a Terminator video if you hate it? And they're saying how much they hate it. And it's like, well, why are you clicking on a Terminator video? It clearly says Terminator in the video, so why are you just gone on here saying I hate this film? Real McFalls, just been to my mum's funeral on Tuesday. Oh, my condolences, mate. I do feel for you there. Yeah, I've lost both my dad and my stepdad, so yeah, I feel for you, mate. Robert Wharton, do you think there will be a future war scene? I hope we get a huge war scene. Yeah, there will be future war scene. There was at CinemaCon, there was shown future war sequences or scenes that I can't remember off the top of my head now, but there were shown future war scenes where there was termination units or units with tentacles, using them as weapons. In the novelisation, they're T-1001s, so we might get some termination units that are liquid metal in the future war. But there's definitely future war sequences. Whether it's full-on battles, I don't know, but we have got a young lass who's playing Grace. Is it Michelle Gill? I can't remember again off the top of my head, but I think it's Michelle Gill, a young girl who's playing Grace as a child. Grace was born in the future, in the future war, so we are going to get a significant future war because we're going to get shown how Grace and that's come to be, which is through being grown for the resistance and having implants and however they do it. But yeah, definitely future war, big time future war, and that is confirmed by CinemaCon. So, Real McFalls, is there a trailer on the 18th? Yes, they've confirmed they're getting new footage on the 18th at Comic-Con, and they are releasing the same day as well. That's what I've been told. I've been told they're releasing the same day, so expect it 18th. We might get it the 19th because of timelines, whatever, in the UK, but 18th, 19th, definitely the 19th, we will be getting it. Kimberly Go, or is it Goff? Sorry. Even though it wasn't the biggest, I wasn't the biggest fan of Deadpool. I'm going to hold my opinion until I see the film, which is, you know, fair enough, isn't it? Yes, the trailer should have done better. If you want to promote a film, they should have shown better better parts of the movie. They should have shown us more story arc towards it or whatever. I'm not a trailer maker, I don't, but they should have done a better job with the promotion, and they definitely should have done a better job with promoting the movie so far. But yeah, it is fair, if you're a Terminator fan, hold your judgment until you've seen the second trailer at least. But until you've seen the movie, it's. Oh, but yeah, they should be building. I can't stress it. They should be giving us a bit of hype, shouldn't they? They should have done better. Yeah, there is movies out there that have shown us really good trailers and get us really hype. Are we hard to please as Terminator fans, though? Dum, 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 dum. But yeah, it's one of them, innit? It is what it is. Like I say, we've got 5 days to go, 6 days tops until we get a new trailer. Nabil Hamid probably show us the full movie in the trailer. I get what you're saying there, where they have a bad habit, don't they, of giving too much away in Terminator trailers. So, one, maybe it's a good thing that we don't get to see too much. But yeah, I hope they don't blow it in the trailer and show us a really good trailer, but then give us the bloody plot twist or the final sequence or something like that. We don't want that either. We don't want. Oh well, I don't want anyway. I don't want plots and that twisted, because yet again, I'm repeating what everyone's thinking. Genesis trailer, when they showed the twist of John Connor, I was like, oh, for fuck. Couldn't believe it. But man's saying I don't think they'll reveal too much. I don't think they'll make mistakes like that. I think they are hyper aware. Tim Miller's proven that he's hyper aware of what's going on and what's being said about the movie. But I wouldn't take offence to what he said. I just wouldn't. Unless you... I think unless you've really been on the internet typing away going, Grace is a fucking ugly bitch and this, that and the other, and don't take that out of context. Blah, blah, blah. Grace is this, Grace is that. Mackenzie Davis is this, Mackenzie Davis is that. And unless you've made a hobby of slagging that woman off, I wouldn't take offence to it. All I see is a bloke doing his job, a director seeing all the negative publicity, all the negative shit, and worried. He's worried, and he's trying to pretend that he's not worried. Yeah, and I don't blame him for being worried. Who wouldn't be worried? I'm worried. You lot are worried. You're all worried you're going to get a shit movie. At the end of the day, all we want as fans is a good Terminator, a great Terminator movie. We just want that what they've promised us, don't we? Which is the sequel to Terminator 2. We didn't ask for a sequel to Terminator 2, but we want the sequel to Terminator 2. And I didn't mean that in the negative, we didn't ask for it, but we got Terminator 2, and it could have been left at Terminator 2 as a fan. And we could have left it there and been quite content as Terminator fans and still talked and discussed it today. But we... I've lost my train of thought then. But yeah, I think it's just a genuine bloke making a movie, and he's seen the negativity and he's worried. Don't blame him. Like I'm worried, like you guys are worried. We just want our sequel that we've been promised, I think. Dun, 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 dun. Anton Robbie. They could just deep fake Edward Furlong's face into Dark Fate. Or the deep faking Edward Furlong onto Jude Collins' face, aren't there, for the sequences for John Connor. We know we are getting a young John Connor in Terminator Dark Fate. We just don't know the genuine what's going to happen, his fate. But would you guys really, and be honest now, would you really be bothered if John was killed off, if it was done properly and it made sense to the story and the movie? If the movie was good, so you've watched the whole of Dark Fate, the movie was good, but John was killed off, would you accept it? So Dark Fate's a good movie, great movie, but they killed John off. Would you accept John's death? So Lee Parker saying no, we'd prefer it if he lived. Kimberly Goff is saying she wouldn't be bothered if they killed John. Graverstar01, not bothered. Carmelo, yeah, would be bothered. Anton Robbie wouldn't be bothered. So, yeah, James Handley, if it was done properly, yeah, that's what I mean. It's all about how well the story's done. So we've had a bit of a hiccup with the trailer. They've gone about the trailer a bit wrong. We've took it how we've taken it. The music buggered it up for me, but it's all, yeah, like Man says, all about the execution. I'm not too bothered, me personally. I mean, yeah, let John live, but I'm not too bothered as long as it's done properly. But for all the people here, so about the Tim Miller argument with my last videos and that, for everyone that's stayed civil, you know, but put your opinions across, respect to you. Like I say, you can all have an opinion without being a troll and an arsehole about it, you know what I mean? So respect to everyone that stays civil, because that's what it's about on this channel, staying civil. But the music was crap, wasn't it, for the trailer? See, Lee Parker, the woman from TerminatorFans.com rarely gets distressed about John dying. I'm really mad. I've not watched them either about the Tim Miller. I've not watched their. I try and stay away from any negative crap because I just don't. Yeah. But like I say, all right. Yeah, so I'm going to stay positive about the movie. I'm not senile or anything like that. I see what everyone else sees. I do see mistakes in the movie, in the trailer. I do see what everyone else sees. I honestly, yeah, I'm not senile or like that. I just, I choose not to be negative. That is what my channel's about, and like I say, it's not me trying to pull rabbits out of hats or out like that. I just genuinely believe if I'm the positive one, you know what I mean, out of everyone else being negative, at least you've got somewhere to turn to for a bit of positive light for a franchise that you love. But I'm going to bail out now. because it's a bit of a late one for me tonight. And as you may notice, I'm having to keep my voice down because I'm trying not to wake the kids up. So I will more than likely come on tomorrow. I'll try to anyway. But I'm going to bail out here, and then I'm gonna try and see what Mr. H has been saying, because I honestly don't watch him. Yeah, so I'll check out what he said, and I'm going to check out what TerminatorFans.com are saying as well, because I've honestly not watched. So we will see, and then I'll probably come back with my thoughts and opinions. But I can't stress enough, I've got nothing against Mr. H as a human being, because I don't know him. I just choose not to watch his channel. But everyone, for people that have told me you're at a party and stuff like that, have a safe night. For everyone that's just getting up, have a great day. Thank you for joining me. Sorry it's been quite, well, slightly shorter than normal. I normally stay on for a bit longer than this, but until I might come on tomorrow. I'll try my best. I'll have a look. But yeah, Graverstar01. Like I say, I've got nothing against Mr. H. I don't know the bloke. Got nothing against him. He's never said out bad about me. I just don't watch him. But have a great night, day. Take care. Thanks to everyone that subscribes to me. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Please leave a like on the video. Blah, 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 blah.